The worst scandals at the Olympics Games. The Kerrigan-Harding scandal. Tanya Harding was a young skater, ambitious and relentless, who, above all, dreamed of landing the gold medal at the Olympic Games of 1994. Only snag, Tanya had to deal with her biggest competitor, the very pretty Nancy Kerrigan, so, to put all the chances on her side, Tanya Harding had a diabolical idea. She simply asked her ex-husband to wildly assault with a crowbar Nancy Kerrigan in hope of preventing her from skating. But this almost perfect plan yet failed miserably. The wicked Tanya, been unmasked, was deprived of competition for life, whereas on the opposite, Nancy quickly recovered from her injuries and even won the game's silver medal. There is no way. Ask Arash Miresmaeili what you want, but above all, don't ask him to compete against an Israeli athlete. He simply won't do it. During the 2004 Olympics, the young 23-year-old Iranian judoka had to face the Israeli Ehud Vaks. That is when he had an idea, to say the least surprising. He decided to eat huge amounts of food the day before the fight in the hope of overcoming the maximum authorized for his category. Even though it may seem unbelievable, Arash Miresmaeili succeeded. The next day, at the weighing, he is well too big to compete, and the young man is therefore declared a forfeit for his greatest happiness. This kind of incident is in fact quite common during the Olympic Games, where several players have already categorically refused to face Israeli athletes. French judge scandal. In 2002, in Salt Lake City, French judge Marie-Reine Legaugen was accused of favoring the Russian skating team by unfairly awarding the gold medal to the Russians against the Canadians. After the discovery of the conspiracy, the French judge admitted having acted under pressure from the president of the French Federation, but was never able to prove it. The damage being done, Marie-Legaugen was suspended from her position as a judge for 3 years, and a second gold medal was awarded to the Canadian team. Following this scandal, a new scoring system has since been introduced to avoid cheating. Carl Lewis against Ben Johnson. The 100 meters is without doubts the most thrilling race and the most anticipated of the Olympic Games. And the race of 1988 in Seoul was more anticipated than ever. The 100 meters opposed two legendary sprinters, Carl Lewis and Ben Johnson. At the end of the race, a dazzling Ben Johnson is declared winner in front of a slower Carl Lewis. However, Johnson will not even have the time to savor his victory, since he will be tested positive a few moments later, and will admit having taken drugs to win this competition. Without waiting for the medal, Johnson was withdrawn in favor of the more honest Carl Lewis. How to win for sure when playing games. At the Sydney Paralympics in 2000, Spain intellectually disabled men's basketball team had won the gold medal. This was before we realized that 10 players of the team had absolutely no mental disability and therefore nothing to do there. They were shamefully passed off as disabled to participate in the competition. The medals had to be returned, and the case had caused a huge uproar in the sports world. This shameless cheat from the Spanish team had even brought the Paralympics Federation to exclude the disabled medal for several years. Fortunately, in 2012 these last were able to return to the Paralympics thanks to a new selection system. Too young after doping and the simulation of a mental handicap. Here is the story of the one who lied on her age to participate in the Olympic Games. In order to be able to participate in the Olympics, Dong Fangxiao, a young Chinese gymnast, falsified her identity and lied about her age. She impersonated for a 16-year-old girl while she was only 14, 2 years under the minimum age to compete. The cheating of Dong Fangxiao was later revealed, and the bronze medal that she had managed to win withdraw. We can laugh at everything. During the London Olympic Games in 2012, Greek athlete Paraskevi Papachristou, triple jump specialist, inherited from a good place she hastened to share with her followers on Twitter. So far nothing surprising, but you may be surprised if I tell you the exact content of her tweet. It was, with as many African in Greece, at least the West Nile mosquitoes can eat homemade food. Surprisingly, very few people truly appreciated and laughed at those mocking and racist tweets of the young woman. Even if Paraskevi tried to apologize several times for her tweet, she was quickly permanently excluded from this competition for racist talks which are against the spirit of the games. the hostage-taking of Israeli athletes. If the Olympics are normally synonymous with fair play and peace, sometimes tensions between countries can suddenly come to disturb this serenity. The proof in 1972, in Munich in Germany. That year, the Olympics were rocked by a horrible tragedy. Members of the terrorist Palestinian organization Black September landed during the night, in the Olympic Village. They take in hostage several Israeli athletes. The terrorist group demands the release of 236 Palestinian activists detained in Israel, as well as 2 far-left German prisoners. Decided not to give in, German intervention forces launches a few hours later a bloody and disorganized assault that resulted in the death of 11 Israeli athletes, of a German policeman and of 5 gunmen, doping Russians. Do you remember the Winter Games of Sochi in 2014? They were marked by an overwhelming victory of the Russians, who were almost literally flying over the competition. Russia had accumulated 33 medals and was ranked first, and by very far. However, what appeared to be an extraordinary achievement was in fact the result of a huge and organized cheat. Indeed, these were steroids and other substances which helped Russian athletes win the medals. The former head of the Russian anti-doping center Grigory Marchenko revealed this case and even admitted to having personally exchanged urine samples of players concerned so that they were not tested positive. Everything was well covered by the Russian Ministry of Sports and an investigation was opened to confirm Grigory's version. These were the worst scandals at the Olympic Games. What did you think of the video? Do you have a favorite sport? Tell me in the comments. If you like my channel, and want more videos like that, don't forget to subscribe and to like. I wish you the best day, much love and see you very soon for a new video.